Now, back to Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis.
And we welcome you back this weekend to Inside West Virginia Politics. We're going to switch from politics and education and talk a little bit about energy. I want to introduce Chris Hamilton, who is the president of the West Virginia Coal Association. Great to have you on the program, as always.
Thanks for having me, Mark. Good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. You're here because Michael Bloomberg, the billionaire, former mayor of New York City, has pledged another $500 million to shut every coal-fired power plant in the nation, cut in half the amount of natural gas we use, and quadruple the amount of energy that's called green energy by 2030. Is this feasible?
No, it's absolutely not feasible. I don't think there's any question about that. This is the same play that's been run now for the past several years, and maybe the past dozen years or so, by the National Democrat Party to basically phase out the nation's energy mix. I mean, it's very callous from our standpoint. Surprised that a billionaire from New York wants to expend his funds in that fashion, but so be it. He's done it before.
You couldn't even physically do this, in theory, in a 6-year time frame, could you?
No, you cannot. Not alone have most of your energy experts weighed in on this issue and advised the president that it's just not feasible. You just cannot do without coal-fired electricity. You're going to see a lot of major disruptions in our delivery system of electricity.
I want to talk to you about something, because I think some people think there's a misnomer here. You're the head of the Coal Association, therefore you're against green energy. You are not. A couple of years ago, you and I went several blocks down the street here from our studio, where there's a 7-pump Tesla charging station so people can charge their electric cars, and you said you were all for it.
We are all for it. I mean, there's no question about it. But you can't have both ways. You can't want to expand your energy portfolio and actually create greater power need without, and at the same time, try to ratchet back one of your major energy providers. I mean, we've been for all the above. We think we should have a balanced energy portfolio. We see a balanced portfolio here. It might be a little coal heavy here in West Virginia, but nationally and internationally, it's more balanced.
A lot of folks, especially Governor Justice and some of the leaders in the legislature, refer to this as the all of the above energy strategy, which is fascinating. And one thing I wanted to bring up is almost every new company that's coming here, and we've had 15 major announcements in the last year and a half: Nucor Steel, Pure Watercraft, Green Power Buses, Berkshire Hathaway Energy. Almost every single one of Form Energy, almost every single one of these, if not all of them, have a green energy component. They're going to use some traditional fossil fuels, let's say natural gas, to fire a plant, but they're also going to create green energy. So that's kind of the wave of the future, is it not? Kind of the balance of both?
Well, I think the companies we see coming in here are part of a larger call for transforming our energy mix and systems and transitioning into newer and alternative energy forms. And we think that's okay. I mean, these are major energy consumers. They're going to be consuming a lot of fossil fuel energy while they're here within the state of West Virginia. Now, they also want to elevate their ESG score, a lot of these companies, and that's their prerogative. They have the right to do that, but they are going to be consuming a lot of West Virginia coal, a lot of West Virginia petroleum and natural gas while they're here. And we're generally supportive of those companies coming in here to West Virginia. We raise some concern over when they want to have everybody using alternative energy or renewable energy over fossil energy. But we welcome the jobs. We welcome those investment dollars here within our state.
We're down to a minute. The one source of energy we haven't talked about yet is hydrogen. The Pleasance Power Plant is going to be converted to a hydrogen facility. There's another one going in, I think, in Mason County, not far from where Nucor is going to be. How important is the hydrogen development in this state?
We believe it's extremely important. And once again, you have to have carbon, you have to have fossil energy to produce that hydrogen fuel. And the Pleasance Plant's just a great win all the way around. It's great for that community up there that's been on edge, that's been held hostage basically, as that plant's been in various stages of ownership. It announced its closure, and it's just remarkable that we've been able to restart a coal-fired generator of that magnitude here within our state.
Well, we've covered a lot of bases today. We want to thank Chris Hamilton from the West Virginia Coal Association for joining us. Always great to have you here. Come back soon.
Thank you, Mark.
This is an evolving issue, so we'll want to revisit it.
It really is.
As we go, I mentioned your website, wvcoal.com.
Yes.
wvcoal.com. We'll have more of Inside West Virginia Politics after this break. Don't go away.